Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. Today we are diving back into the Buffyverse for a hero that totally slipped me by that she was actually done. It's Willow. We've already fought her as a villain, but of course she started off as a part of Team Buffy, and she's going to bring some magical smackdown to this game as she fights Freight Train, solo conversion created by the Yoshi. Fighting alongside Willow are Dr. Medico, First Response Vanish, and the Naturalist, and we'll be fighting in the FSC Continuance Wanderer 2nd edition, which might not have been a good choice. Find out why when I read Freight Train's card here. Start of the game, he just enters play. Start of the villain turn, if there are H times 3 or more cards in the villain trash, he flips. At the end of the villain turn, you reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until extra cards are revealed, where X is the number of cards in the villain trash -1. So he sort of builds momentum over the course of the game. Put the revealed one-shots is what that should say. I went on Board Game Geek and checked. It is all revealed one-shots into play. Shuffle the remaining cards in the villain deck, and then he deals the hero target the highest HP, H melee damage. His deck, of course, has some additions. There's 2 copies of a new card. Both of his ongoings have been changed and increased to 2 copies, and the card Locomotivation has been changed and changed to 2 copies. So, with that in mind, let's get ready for the smackdown. I'm glad I brought Dr. Medico. Off the rails, hits the highest for 3, that's the Naturalist. Destroy hero target with 2 or fewer HP, there aren't any. So, end of turn, we reveal no cards, and that will probably be the last turn where that happens. And then he hits the highest for 4, and that's Vanish. I'll start with Healing Pulse, and we'll go ahead and just use that. Heal both of them, draw a card, and heal everybody but Willow. Let's start with Flash Recon. Go ahead and play Dr. Medico's deck. Doctor's Orders, hits himself for 1, and we'll let Naturalist use a power. I think he'll go Crocodile, and that way he'll be set up for his turn. And then we'll use her power, Intercept, reduce next damage dealt to a hero target by 2, draw a card. Yeah, Vanish and Dr. Medico are going to be a good combo here. Don't have a lot of good options here. I guess I'll do Resilient Hide and hit him for 3, draw a card. So I have an interesting option here because I know what's coming next in the environment. We can play Natural Attunement. You may destroy an environment card, play the top card of the environment deck. It is Superimposed Realities. We will play that next to Willow, and nothing will happen. Add or remove 5 tokens from your arcane pool. I will add them. So her power is Gaia's Balance. If you played a spell this turn, Willow deals a target 2 infernal damage. I did not, so I can either remove 2 tokens from my arcane pool or draw a card. I'm going to draw 2 cards. The interesting thing about her token pool, other than heroes like Terminus, is that you really don't want to build them up too much, because she has a lot of backlash on her things, and the threshold that I've seen is around 4. So, start of the environment turn, we can destroy that, and we get Time Freeze. Each player discards their hand and draws that many cards. Okay. That's okay, Naturalist wanted that. And then that's destroyed. Okay, Freight Train plays the Crackjaw Crew. End of turn, he reveals no cards. He hits the highest for 4, reduced to 2. And then Crackjaw Crew hits the 2 highest for 1 each. Well, that's Naturalist, who is immune to 1 damage, and Vanish. Let's go ahead and do Doctor's Orders again. Let Naturalist heal, and I guess he'll hit the Crackjaw Crew. And then I'll increase Dr. Medico's next healing by 2, draw a card, and he'll heal 3, and he'll Vanish. And Willow hasn't taken any damage yet, so she's doing okay. Yeah, let's Abduct and Abandon. We'll just put the Crackjaw Crew on top of the deck. Should have hit Freight Train, but oh well. Intercept the next damage coming their way, and draw a card. Okay, Shifter's Strength. Draw 2. That's not bad. Yeah, I'll go ahead and Primal Charge, hit him for 4. Uses power, hit him for 3. Not bad. Draw a card. Harmonic Meditation. Whenever a card from your deck would enter play, you may destroy this card and discard it instead. I haven't figured out why that's necessary, unless it's just for, play the top card of deck effects, because, yeah, there are a lot of cards you don't want her playing out of turn. Power is remove 2 tokens from your arcane pool. Willow regains 2 HP. I'm not going to do that. We will just draw 2 more cards. She's building up to something. FSC Continuance Wanderer. Paradox Intrusion. Alright, this hits the highest hero target for 4, reduced to 2. And then this hits the X villain targets for 2 energy damage each, where X number of time vortex cards in the environment trash. I don't actually think there are any. Nope, neither of those has a keyword, so that's not helping right now. Okay, he plays the Crackjaw Crew. Who saw that coming? He's still only got 1 card in his trash, so we successfully delayed him from gaining any momentum. He hits the Naturalist for 4, and the Crackjaw Crew hits Vanish. and they're going to hit Willow. First damage to her. Okay, positive prognosis. Everybody draw a card, everybody heal 1. And I think he'll increase the Naturalist next healing by 2, draw a card, and he'll heal the Naturalist, and vanish. Man, I can abduct and abandon again. I'm going to do that. This time we're not wasting any damage. Intercept, draw a card. Vanish is just really awesome. Time for Predator's Eye. Since we've so far only got one person dealing damage, draw no cards, hit him for 3, 4, 5, and then hit him for 4. Draw a card. Okay, I actually want to remove tokens from her pool now. Disarming Innocence. The first time Willow would be dealt damage by a non-hero target each turn, redirect that damage to the highest HP other hero target. That's weird phrasing. Then that hero target regains a hit point. So it turns her into kind of an anti-tank, making other people soak damage for her. The first time she deals damage to a target, and I have to assume that's per turn, but I don't know. Increase that damage by 1. Eventually, she'll deal some damage. Can use her power, remove 2 tokens, draw a card. Continuance Wanderer is continuing. Prehistoric Behemoth, oh dear. Alright, this is once again doing 2 damage to the Naturalist. Still haven't gotten any more Time Vortexes in the trash. And this hits the 2 targets with the highest HP for 2 each. That is Freight Train, making use of that +1, and Vanish. Alright, he gets to play Crackjaw Crew again. He reveals no cards. He's hitting Vanish for 4, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do Intensive Care. Hits himself for 2. Heal Vanish. Do some next damage dealt to her by 2. And then draw 2 cards. That's better. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use Healing Pulse. Heal everybody. Draw a card. And he'll heal himself and Vanish. Okay, Translocation Accelerator. That'll be good. Let's increase the damage reduction, and then she gets to deal a damage. Oh yeah, I'll ping Freight Train with that, because last turn of +1. I'm going to put out Cornered Beast. That wears off. He's going to bite that thing, because he can take it out next round. Draw a card. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use up that damage reduction. She Witch's Wrath. Willow deals herself X psychic damage, reduces the number of tokens in your arcane pool, so that will be reduced to 1. That's reasonable. I add 3 tokens in my arcane pool, and I deal a target 6 lightning damage. Let's hit the Crackjaw Crew. See if we can get rid of them. And that was actually a spell, so I can use her power and deal a target 2 infernal damage. Oh yeah, and that damage was increased by 1, that first one. Draw a card. Yeah, her Disarming Innocence actually made her hit herself for more. Well, whatever. Okay, back to the continuance. Temporal Slipstream. See that the hero skips their turns and targets their player immune to damage at the start of the environment turn to destroy this card. I'm going to put that on Dr. Medico, I guess. Well, actually, we should put that on the Naturalist so that he can tank. Paradox Intrusion hits him for nothing and does nothing else. The Prehistoric Behemoth goes after Freight Train, and Naturalist 2 is immune. Cool. Improbable Grapple. Deals the hero target the highest HP, 2 melee damage. That's Naturalist. That target's player discards their hand unless everyone discards a card. I think we can probably do that. And then he hits the Naturalist for nothing, and the Crackjaw Crew goes after the Naturalist, and Vanish, who takes nothing. Well, whatever we're doing, it's working. Experimental Medicine. He'll increase his next healing by 1. Draw a card. He'll heal himself, and Willow, and Naturalist back to full. Focusing Gauntlet. Yeah. Intercept, and ping the Crackjaw Crew to death. Draw a card. Naturalist skips his turn. Let's do Siphoned Power. When this card enters play, Willow deals 2 other hero targets 2 irreducible infernal damage each and regains 2 hit points. So I will hit Naturalist since he's immune, and this is going to use up the damage reduction, unfortunately, but I'll send it to Dr. Medico. When you play a spell one-shot card, you may destroy this card to increase 1 numeral on that spell card by 2. That's really neat. I will then remove 2 tokens from my arcane pool and draw a card. Alright, start the environment turn, that goes away. Plays Heart of the Wanderer. Feel the top card of each deck in turn order and either discard or replace it. At the end of the environment turn, destroy this card. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to leave that there because that's the new card. Alright, Paradox Intrusion hits Naturalist for 4. Still don't have any Time Vortexes in the trash. Prehistoric Behemoth hits Freight Train and Vanish. And then that is destroyed. Okay, Freight Train plays Runaway Train. This is his new card. Destroy all environment cards. So much for my carefully laid plans. But hey. Then Freight Train deals each hero target X melee damage, where X is the number of environment cards destroyed this way. Play the top card of the environment deck. So everybody's taken 2. Willow disarms it onto the Naturalist, who takes 2 and heals 1. And everybody else takes 2. Play the top card. Vortex Surge. Oh, there we go. Whenever a hero card is drawn, one player must discard a card. Then another environment card enters play, destroy this card. Okay. Alright, Freight Train reveals the top 3 cards of his deck. That's a one-shot. That's a one-shot. Oh, and the others are shuffled into the deck. So we get Crushing Blow. It's the highest for 4. That's Willow. And Off the Rails. It's the highest for 3, and that's going to be Vanish. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm going to do Intensive Care. Hits himself for 2. Oh yeah, and he hits himself for 2 at the start of his turn. Heal Willow. Reduce her next damage by 2. Then I'm going to draw 2 cards. Okay, we'll discard the first flare for the second one, and yeah, he's just going to discard it for his own card draws. And then he will increase his next healing by 2, draw a card, and heal himself, and vanish in the Naturalist. Okay. Flash Recon. We're going to play her Concussive Burst. And then we will intercept. She'll hit Freight Train for 2 and reduces damage by 1. Hooray! Draw a card. Willow can discard. Alright. Naturalist is gonna Predator's Eye. I'll draw cards next time. Hit him for 3, 4, 5. And then hit him for 2, 3, 4. And draw a card. And Dr. Medico can probably discard. Hell with it. She Witch's Wrath. She's gonna hit herself for 4 damage. But that's completely blocked. Add 3 tokens, and then she will drop Siphoned Power and deal 8, 9 lightning damage. That's not too shabby. And then I use my power, I hit for 3, and draw a card. Play a card, Temporal Reset, Vortex Surge goes away. When this card is played, destroy all other environment cards. Oh, well, that happened anyways. Then shuffle 2 cards from each trash pile back into their deck, and each non-character target, thankfully they earned any, regains 4 HP. Okay, this means it's going to take longer to flip Freight Train. We can get back some of that stuff we discarded at the start of the game. And then we return to destroy this card. Okay, Freight Train. He's got Choke. That sucks. He reveals the top 3 cards of his deck. 2 one-shots in the Crackjaw crew. Okay, last stop. Does not have HP, so nothing happens, thank goodness. And Crushing Blow hits the highest for 4. That's Naturalist. Oh, I'm sorry, 3. And then he hits the highest for 3, and that's Willow. But that gets disarmed onto, I guess we'll say Vanish. So she takes 2. And then we destroy an equipment card, and the only one who has them is Vanish. Sucks, but that's how it goes. Alright, he hits himself for 2. And I'm going to flare up. Hit her for 3. He heals 2, and will heal Vanish for 2. And then he'll increase his own healing by 2. Draw a card, heal himself, and Vanish, and Naturalist. Guess I'll play Elusive. Yeah, and then I'll use that. Reduce the next damage dealt to her by 1, and then I'll draw 2 cards, and hit Freight Train for 2, reducing his damage. This wears off. Natural Born Vigor. Power 1. Hit Freight Train for 3, power 2, kill Choke. Draw a card. Okay, let's try Claim to Power. Increase damage dealt by Willow by 1. At the end of your turn, reveal cards on the top of your deck until you reveal a spell. Either discard or play it. Discard all other cards revealed this way, then if you discarded the spell this way, destroy this card. I'm going to use Harmonic Meditation. Reduce that arcane pool just a little bit. Draw a card. Oh dear god. Okay, so we're discarding until we find a spell. Conjured Force Field. Cool. I will put that into play. Start of your turn, if you have 4 or more tokens in your arcane pool, destroy this card. Reduce damage dealt to hero targets by 1. At the end of your turn, add 3 tokens to your arcane pool. Cool. Okay, not that cool. She's really going out of control with the arcane tokens. FSC, Continuance Wanderer. Hey, it's Heart of the Wanderer again, because that's one of the ones that I put into the deck. And then we destroy this. Alright, Freight Train's got 7 cards in his trash. Last stop. It's a Prehistoric Behemoth. He hits the highest for HP that card divided by 2 rounded down. So that's 4 damage, 3, 2 going to Willow, who redirects it to Vanish, who takes 1 and then heals 1. That was confusing. Okay, we're revealing the top 7 cards of his deck and putting all the one-shots in play. That's not a great idea. Okay, not a one-shot, 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 not a one-shot, not a one-shot, one-shot. Dear God. Alright, Improbable Grapple. He hits the highest for no melee damage. Everybody discard a card. Plow Through, he hits the 2 non-villain targets the lowest for 2 each. We soak it. Locomotivation. So this is now reveal cards on top of the villain deck until a nemesis is revealed, put into play, shuffle the remaining card into the villain deck, and he regains H times 2 HP. Alright, so we get the Crackjaw crew again. He kind of needed that HP boost, to be honest. And Unstoppable Momentum. He deals the hero character card with the highest HP, no melee damage. They may discard a card. If they do not, Freight Train deals them no melee damage. And then he hits the highest for 2, and that's Willow. Okay, he will flip at the start of his next turn. That's cool. That only does 1 damage, so we don't care. Okay, he hits himself for 2. Let's do Life Force of Will. Himself for 2. Everybody use a power. She's going to Elusive, ping him for 1, play that Focusing Gauntlet, so she actually pings him for 2. He will do 3 damage to the Crackjaw crew. She will remove 2 tokens from her pool. And then he's going to increase his next healing by 2, draw a card, heal 4, and we'll heal Willow, and Vanish. Okay, I'm going to blink. Draw a card, play a card, use a power. Oh yeah, let's Abduct and Abandon. That's a real good idea. And I'll use, I'll use Intercept. And then we'll use Elusive. Oh yeah, that does 2 damage to him. I'll use Elusive, reduce her next damage by a further 1, hit him again, and draw 2 cards. Alright, I mean, I guess I could play this Bestial Shift. Yeah, fine. 4 damage and 3 damage. That's nothing to sneeze at. Draw a card. Okay, at the start of my turn, I have more than 4 tokens in my arcane pool, so that goes away. I mean, I guess I can go off here. She Witch's Wrath, that'll at least get reduced to 4. Add 3 tokens. And 6 lightning damage. 7. I still don't know how Disarming Innocence is supposed to work. We'll do 7. Could be worse. That was a spell, so I can use Gaia's Balance and hit him for 3 more. Draw a card, and then we reveal, or discard until we get a spell. Oh, there we go. Delothrian's Arrow. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. It's add a token to your arcane pool, destroy X ongoing or equipment cards, or X is the number of tokens in your arcane pool. So what we do is we destroy Harmonic Meditation, and that doesn't go into play. But it does, yeah, it does get discarded, so Claim to Power goes away as well. Okay, so she just kind of self-destructed, but that's okay because she did 7 damage to the villain. Vortex Interference, whenever a hero uses a power, destroy a hero ongoing or equipment card. When another environment card enters play, destroy this card. Okay. Alright, so he flips to Crash Course. When Freight Train flips to the side, destroy each hero ongoing or equipment cards, and then he deals each hero target H irreducible melee damage. Shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck. Okay, Naturalist soaks it. Everybody take 4 irreducible melee damage. Sorry, Vanish. Shuffle the trash into the deck. So whenever there are H or more cards in the villain trash, he flips. At the end of his turn, he just hits the lowest for 3 damage, so I assume it's melee damage. He plays the Crackjaw Crew for like fucking the 5th time. Admittedly, that's because I put it on top of his deck twice, but still, come on, dude. And he hits Willow, which gets redirected to Vanish. She ends up only taking 2. Crackjaw Crew hits the Naturalist, and Dr. Medico. Dr. Medico hits himself. I play Universal Donor. I'm going to use that to heal Willow. Draw a card. Really wish I had one of his cards that let someone use a power, because could have done it with Naturalist, but whatever, that's okay. End of turn, he will heal himself. And Willow and the Naturalist. I'm going to play Jaunting Reflex, because why not, I guess. I'll use Elusive and draw 2 cards and smack him for 2, keeping his damage down. Naturalist plays Natural Born Vigor, uses his first power to put out the Crocodile, uses the second power to hit for 3, draw a card. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and finish things off with a Concussion Wave. Add 2 tokens to your arcane pool. She's up to 11. Willow deals each villain target 3 sonic damage. If you have 4 or more tokens in your arcane pool, Willow deals each non-villain target 2 sonic damage. Dr. Medico heals Vanish. Alright, I've been using powers, so I should be destroying stuff. Don't need that, don't need that, don't really need that. And then she'll use for power, that was a spell, so she hits him for 3, and we win. What a weird game. This version of Freight Train, kind of odd. It took him a while to flip, just because the environment mostly. The environment and Vanish. As for Willow, let's take a look at the rest of her deck. Telekinetic Adept. Power. Willow deals a target 2 projectile damage. If you play a spell this turn, she also deals a target 2 projectile damage. When you play this card, you may use its power immediately. Expert Hacker. Reveal the top card of a deck. Put it on the top or bottom of that deck. Repeat the above text twice. Invocation of Osiris. You may discard 2 cards. If you do, flip an incapacitated hero character card, restore it to 10 HP, and they shuffle their cards into their deck and draw 2 cards. Add 4 tokens to your arcane pool. Willow deals herself 2 infernal damage. Remove this card from the game. That's pretty cool. Study Session. Draw 3 cards. Where was this when I needed it? Remove a token from your arcane pool. Choose a target. Increase the next damage dealt to that target by a hero target by 2. Writhing Shadows. Willow deals X targets, not up to X targets, 3 irreducible infernal damage each, where X is the number of tokens in your arcane pool plus 1. Add 3 tokens to your arcane pool. I think that's actually it. So yeah, her deck is very high risk, high reward, and using spells builds up your power, and building up power is going to feed back on you at some point. But that worked out pretty darn good. You can find Willow, along with all of Allscander's stuff, in Adelphophage's archives. As always, thanks for watching. Tabletop Simulator, the Rebus Sentinels, and Cauldron DLC, and Adelphophage's archives are not licensed greatly against products. Please support the official release, and flip.